Hello everyone, Prince of Sin, and thank you for watching all those videos I posted. This now concludes the coronavirus playlist, and like I said, that basically explains the last couple of years what I went through. But not just me, Texas G also went through it too. Now here's an update. So today is actually Saturday. It's April 16th. Tomorrow's Easter, and we're going to actually do an Easter video. So it's April 16th, 2022. So here's the latest update of what's going on right now. Here in the state of Arizona, still no mask mandates, no restrictions. Everything is 100% open. In fact, you walk all around our city right now, practically nobody's wearing a mask. You know, some employees and some businesses are. That's fine. You know, it's up to them, but nobody's forcing them. State of Nevada, where I work, no mask mandates, no COVID restrictions. In fact, the bus that I drive, since it's not a public transportation, I don't have to wear my mask. Now, that being said, masks are still required if you're going on a plane or a train or a public transportation bus, because it's the federal thing. It was supposed to end tomorrow. They've extended it again to May 3rd. And they claim that that's the final extension. I'll believe it when I see it. So if you're on a plane or a train, yes, masks are still required, or in the airports or train stations. So that's our latest update. Pretty much all 50 states have gotten rid of the mask mandates, except for a couple of major cities. New York City still, in theaters and big businesses still require masks. The city of Philadelphia, as of tomorrow, will once again require masks. Now they're going by the number of infections versus hospital rates. To me, it's wrong, because the hospital rates in Philadelphia and in New York are extremely low. I mean, they're the lowest they've ever been. But whatever. So I've told everybody how the virus has affected me and the loved ones that I lost. Now I'm going to give the camera to Texas G, and she's going to tell her side of her biggest loss.
Well, my biggest loss happened last year on April 12th of 2021. I lost my mother, and it's already been 1 year. And still, it's just unbelievable to think that I no longer have a mom. And going back since the sudden passing of her, I've been trying to get the house taken care of with the help of Dana, and get it fixed up, because I guess in the past few years or so, things were just kind of not kept up. I've, tried my best to keep things, tidied up here and there.
You've done some work to that house too.
I've done quite a bit of work. I put a new roof on. I've just recently put a ceiling in one of the major rooms. Now it needs to be painted. I planted a hibiscus that was actually given to me by one of my best friends from the funeral. And the last time I was there, it looks dead, but it's not. I looked closer. There's still just some little greenery near the bottom of it. I'm hoping that's going to, keep it alive and all. But, I just, sometimes I just think, I really wish I could just hear my mom's voice. I always have my mom just to cheer me on and believing in me. And, you can do it, gee. And I've got nothing of that Um, but continuing onward, it's difficult at times. A lot of things have just changed within me. I've had a few little issues personally of my own, and now I've got to take care of me, and it's just been hard to kind of feel sometimes you're just alone. But anyhow, I don't know what more I can do, except on a daily basis. I continue going to work and talking to people and hearing about their loved ones here and there, and getting their support, their viewpoints and such. In fact, I think as of to this day, there's still no nameplate for my mom. It's been over a year. She's buried in a mausoleum, not in ground. That was her request, to be buried in a wall. And there's still no nameplate. And I can't believe after a year, there's still nothing.
Yeah.
I find it ridiculous. There's, thousands of dollars have exchanged hands with the funeral home, and still nothing. I don't know what the holdup was. I actually do. Come to find out, it wasn't ordered originally, a year ago. It barely got ordered maybe about a month ago. So now we may be waiting for who knows how many more months. Dana said he's been working on that and spoken with the director to see if he can expedite it.
If you folks don't know who Dana is, that's one of Giselle's good friends, and he was also taking care of her mom.
He's in charge of my mom's estate, actually, the executor. My mom put him in charge. I'm not there, so I guess it was only fitting for him to be appointed that. But he's actually said, anything that he decides, he'll pass it over with me, so we'll make the decisions together. We've been doing quite a bit together, making decisions on specific things. And just trying to, honor and respect my mom. And she meant a lot to him, almost 30 years we've known each other, and he's been knowing the family. Anyhow,
That's about it, huh?
aside from that, yeah, it's...
You've been doing pretty good, though. With a little counseling and lots of love from Prince of Sin, she's come a long way.
It gets hard when I'm, just thinking about my mom, and every morning and every night, my mom's picture is hanging up in my bedroom. I say goodnight to her, and I wake up seeing my mom every morning.
There you go. Now, speaking of moms, you take the camera. Now, my mom is still around. She just turned 91, but now she's getting care every day. She's got a housekeeper that comes every day. She has a nurse that comes 3 times a week. So, but I joked with Texas G one day when we were video chatting, and said, for age 91, I think Mom's starting to show her senile side now. Because there are times she'll discuss like weird things. Like the last discussion we had was about my twin fetus that didn't survive when I was born, and a few other things. But I don't think about those things. She did ask if I thought about Jeff a lot, and I was like, yes. I mean, Jeff was, if you don't know, folks, was my half brother, but I just always considered him my brother. He was this nicest man ever. He treated me with care. He loved to play with me. We played airplane together. Would always protect me. I saw films when I was at Disneyland, and he would always make sure that I was, didn't fall anywhere, or I was okay. And so I I just only have like just little vivid memories of him, but unfortunately in 1978 he took his life. He went through a massive depression and committed suicide. So just before he was 21 years old. But anyway, we won't talk about that. Like I said, I wanted to thank everybody. I know that was a lot of videos that I had made, but I just wanted you to see the frustration that I went through being unemployed and all that. Now, Texas G kept her job because she works in the medical field. So she was still working at the time I was unemployed. Yes, I was collecting unemployment.
I couldn't take off. There was nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Since they shut down the planes, I could never take a vacation. I couldn't leave.
Yeah, for a while they shut down the flights. I mean, that was like for, I think, about a month and a half, and then they restarted.
No, it finally came about November.
Yeah.
That was it. So the entire year until about November, then I finally was able to take a flight out.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was, like I said, it's not just been rough for me, it's been rough for her as well. But, you know, losing my sister was a huge loss, and of course losing my cat. You know, poor Lucy, came back, she was fine, then she started deteriorating to the point there was nothing we could do. I mean, she was 19 and a half years old. So we had to sadly put her down. So I still think about her. I see cat videos on Facebook. It's like, I miss Lucy.
I miss Lucy. Cleaning.
In fact, pan right there. That was her favorite spot right here.
I'd sit there and watch my Food Network channel, and Lucy would just snuggle in between me and the chair.
Yep, and if I got in the chair, I'd have to scoot over as much as I can to the left just so she could scoot in there. Sometimes I'd keep her in my lap and she would just purr her head off. So, well, a new video's coming. In fact, it's coming tomorrow, Easter Sunday. We're going to attempt something brand new.
Yay!
And Chris Passel, I know you're going to be watching. This video is for you, buddy. That's my childhood friend that I lived on the same block with for over 18 years. And we still talk to each other this day. So Chris Passel, this next video is going to be for you, buddy. So make sure you watch it, all right?
Yeah, sorry, Dana. It's not going to be safe for you.
Yeah, sorry, Dana. You're just going to have to watch and just drool. So, until then, we'll see you tomorrow. This is Princess Sin along with Texas G. Whee! Saying goodbye for now. Yep.